This video is lesson 2-4, parallel and perpendicular lines. I'm on page 88, and I thought I would just do these first two equations because this has one that's parallel and one that's perpendicular. And it just says write the equation, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the equation in slope-intercept form at the end so that you see all the steps, because I think on the quiz it asks you to write the final equation in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So we want to do the equation for a line that passes through this point and is parallel to the given line, which is this negative 3/4 x plus 1. Since it's parallel, that means it has the same slope as this line. And since slope-intercept form is mx plus b, I know m is my slope, b is my y-intercept. So when I look at this equation, my slope is negative 3/4 and my y-intercept is 1. All I really care about is that negative 3/4. Since it has to have the same slope, it's also going to be negative 3/4. All right, now I know that it goes through the point negative 4, 9. So I can write an equation in point slope form because I have a point and I know the slope. So this is slope-intercept because I used the slope and y-intercept to write it. And point slope, I use the point, a point and the slope. Y minus y is 9 equals negative 3/4. Oh, I meant to write the formula here and then write the actual equation over here. So point slope is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. And then I'll plug it in using that point. Negative 4, 9. So this is x and that's y. So now I have x, y, and m. And remember, if it helps, put the little boxes around these three things because those are the three things you plug in. So I'm going to plug in y as 9. M is negative 3/4. And x1 is minus 4. Remember, minus that negative 4, I'm going to make this into plus. All right, so now this is the equation for the line in point slope form. And since it said to just write an equation for the line, I could leave it like this, but I'm going to go ahead and change it to slope-intercept form because sometimes you're going to have to do that. So to make it slope-intercept form, I got to solve for y. So I'm going to move everything else to the other side. So I need to get rid of these parentheses and then move the 9 to the other side. So to do that, I can multiply the things in the parentheses by negative 3/4. And I get negative 3/4 x, and negative 3/4 times 4. Remember, you can put a 1 underneath it if it helps you to see it. Those will cancel, and it's just negative 3. Or if you actually multiplied across, you'd get negative 12 on the top and a positive 4 on the bottom. And when you divide it, you could still get negative 3. So negative 3/4 times x, then negative 3/4 times 4. And then I just bring all of this down. All right, now all I have to do is get this 9 to the other side. So I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And I get y equals negative 3/4 x plus 6. Remember, you have $9, but you owe somebody $3, so you have $6 left. All right, so that's how you do a parallel line. And if it says slope-intercept form, then this is how you want to write it. If it asked for point-slope form, you could have left it here. Now we want to do a perpendicular line. And it goes through 6, 6. And it's still perpendicular. It's perpendicular to that negative 3/4 x plus 1. Okay, if you don't remember, think about this. This is going to go down 3/4. So on a graph, say I started up here, I'm going to go down and over. It's going to go this way. It's going to go down. So I want a line that goes up, the exact opposite. So I want to do the opposite reciprocal of this for the slope. So I'm going to flip this and change it positive since this one's negative. I want it to go up so that it crosses the other line. So this is going to be 4/3. I flip the fraction, change the sign. Now I can take the point in the slope and plug it into point-slope form. So y minus 6 equals 4/3 x minus 6. Then if it asked you to give it in slope-intercept, then you would distribute, and then you would have to isolate y to get slope-intercept form. Okay, so those are the two steps. First, distribute. So I get 4/3 x, and then 4/3 times negative 6 I'll do over here. 4/3 times negative 6. 4 times negative 6 gives me negative 24 over 3 gives me negative 8. So 4/3 times negative 6 is negative 8. And that makes sense because 4/3 is more than 1. If you multiply by more than 1, you get a bigger number here. Still negative, but the number itself is bigger. All right, so that was the step to distribute. Now I need to isolate y, so I'm going to move the 6 to the other side. Add 6 to both sides, and I should have slope-intercept form. 4/3 x minus 2. Again, if they asked for point-slope form, you could leave it just like this. If they ask for slope-intercept form, solve for y. Move everything to the other side and get rid of those parentheses.